What if I told you that there were a handful of things that you could start doing today that will completely transform your life? When we look at a life change, it's usually something which is a significant change, like a massive change to your life or how you do your habits and how you do your routines. This could be something like starting the business, moving to a different city, moving to a different country, getting out of that toxic relationship that you're in, starting a relationship with someone else. These are usually big things that can help change your life. But what about the day-to-day things? What about day-to-day things that you could start doing that over time completely transform your life? That is what we're going to be discussing in this video. But before I dive in, if you're enjoying these videos, then what would really help and support the channel if you can give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and let's get into it. So a life change doesn't have to be this all of a sudden dramatic change to your life. No, it's the day-to-day little things in your life that you can do over time that will actually transform your life. They'll change the way that you think, transform your mindset, and start looking at things slightly differently and start to change your perspective. The first one is how you speak to yourself. That voice in your head, yes, that one. How you speak to yourself in your mind, but also how you talk to yourself when you're just walking around the house or you're just by yourself. A lot of the time, our self-talk is very negative. We beat ourselves up in our mind. We say things like, I can't do that. I'll never amount to anything. You're a piece of shit. You see, I told you you were rubbish, etc., etc. This unhelpful language limits your growth, and it will not change your life. What can change your life is actually when you start talking to yourself more kindly. This will start transforming your mindset and you start to get curious about other things. So basically, if you're saying things like, I can't do that, start asking yourself, how can I do that? How do they do that? Or could I? If you keep saying things like I can and you're saying it with so much certainty, whether that's out loud or in your mind, then guess what? You're absolutely right. One of the things that can help with this, to help you to become aware of your language, is a meditation practice. And I've done a video on what 6 years of meditation has taught me, and I'll leave a link below for that video. But this can help build in the self-awareness. And as soon as you start to become more self-aware of the language that you're using and start turning that negative language into more positive language, this can have an absolute transformational change on the way you're living and help transforming your life. The second one is who you spend time with. This has a significant impact on your life. Have a look at your circles, your inner circles, your circle of friends, and who you spend the most time with. And are they aligned with your goals, your vision, and who you're becoming? If not, then it may be a case of actually starting to step back. And it's not about being better than anyone else. It's not. But if you've got goals and you've got a vision, then you need to be surrounded yourself with people that support you with that vision. And a lot of the time, it is sometimes family members, it is acquaintances, people that you hang around with that are not really your close friends, are not your best friends. But sometimes these acquaintances, they're fantastic people, they're lovely people and everything else, but they're actually pulling you down and you don't even realize it. They're holding you back and they're not helping you, build yourself up to greatness and supporting you with your goals and your visions. One of the things that I did years ago, I wanted to get into sport, get into athletics and everything else. I was someone who was drinking a lot at the weekends. I wanted to stop drinking. I wanted to become an athlete. And I also wanted to hang around with high performers. So that's what I did. I stopped drinking, and those sort of like drinking buddies and acquaintances, they all started to drop off. Don't get me wrong, they're lovely people and everything else, but going out and drinking wasn't really aligned with what I was trying to achieve. I wanted to get fit, I wanted to be an athlete, I wanted to get healthy, and I wanted to start the business. So I needed to hang around with those people. So I joined athletic clubs, running clubs, and this completely transformed my life and helped me to become the best version of myself and who I am today. Next is what you consume. This is not your diet. This is everything else that you're consuming. This is the mental diet. This is all the content that you're consuming into your brain every day, the mental state. But this consumption, you become what you consume. So if you're consuming in all the politics and the news and Netflix and all negative things on social media, this is also linked to the previous point about who you're hanging around with. But if they're all in that as well, in this sort of drama, then you will become that. So it's assessing all the mental state, social media accounts that you're following, how much time that you're spending on social media, how much time you're reading the news, things that you're listening to, and doing a bit of an audit of all that and asking yourself, does this really serve me? Is this really aligned with who I'm becoming, where I'm heading in life, the goals that I'm trying to achieve, my dreams, etc. And start cutting out that content which is not serving you and start consuming content that is going to serve you and help move you towards that desired end outcome. Next is how you spend your mornings. Now, you don't need to have all this all singing, all dancing, inspiring morning routine. Instead, this is just having a couple non-negotiables that you do in the mornings and start to build that in. So if you can set out your intentions for the day and just having 20 minutes, 30 minutes to yourself to do some meditation, maybe to practice some gratitude and to write down your goals and tasks and your focus for the day, this can help transform your life. And the last habit is to stop drinking alcohol. I should have put this at the start, but just the simple act of taking a break from alcohol and stopping drinking will completely transform your life. It did for me. It's why our business exists, A-Game, and has existed over the last 4 years, is because I stopped drinking alcohol. And when I stopped drinking alcohol, my entire world transformed. Instead of being hungover, tired, irritable, I then got energy. Energy went through the roof. I had mental clarity, focus. I was then able to challenge that into other areas, into my fitness goals, into building the business, into becoming the best version of myself. Instead of procrastinating, feeling like shit, having anxiety after the night out of drinking. This completely transformed my life. And to be honest, I would put that at the top. So of all of the things that I've mentioned in this video, stopping drinking would be the #1 thing to do because it's linked to all the other areas. We have another video on this of how it does this, and I'll leave the links below. So it's actually the day-to-day things that you can do that can start transforming your life today. So if you just pick out one of these things and start working on it and see how you feel over the next 30 days, for example, you'll start to see that your life starts to shift. It's the micro little things, the micro day-to-day things that you can build in that's going to shift and change your life. So don't forget to check out the further videos below. And if you like this content and you want to see more of it, then please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. And also, if you want to join our free community of high performers, then the links are also below. Thanks guys, we'll see you in the next video.